Hi homebrewers, and welcome back to Hairy John's YouTube channel. Today is part 2 of making a gallon of cider, my scrumpy cider. So in this video, all I'm going to show you is how to transfer the cider from a fermentation bucket into a glass demijohn and the equipment that you will need for that. Okay, so let's show you the equipment you will need. Okay. Yes, happy Halloween everyone. It is the 1st of November today, and yeah, we had a nice Halloween evening last night. Hope you did too. And the sun is shining, so it is the perfect day to get some more home brewing done before the sun disappears for a little while. Okay, so what you're going to need for this part of the cider brewing. Okay, so we need a gallon glass demijohn. We need I always forget what these called, an airlock with a rubber bung, and I filled this with distilled water. You can also use sterilised water with Candom tablets. I try and keep everything as chemical free as possible, so distilled water goes in mine, and basically this is it. We've got this hose which is going to take the cider out of the bucket and it's going to put it into the glass demijohn. Alright, so you may notice this thing, you could use just a little bit of tubing if you can't find a specific brewing tube and whatnot. These ones are kind of cool because you'll notice at the bottom here it's got this little, you know, it's about ½ an inch, like, I don't know what you call it, cap on the end. And what this does, it might not show up on the camera too well, but you've got this yeast cake at the bottom of the cider in this demijohn. Now we want to keep as much of that yeast cake inside this bucket now. Yeah, so when the cider is sitting in this glass, you've not got any of this yeast cake, or as little as you can. As you can see over here, this cider's been in here for too long. It's about 6 to 7 weeks now. Should only be about 5 to 6, but it should be fine. But you can see this other yeast cake has sort of built up at the bottom, but the majority of it is nice and clear now. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll fast forward a little bit. I'll just show you what it looks like after being in here for a week. Oh, I'm dropping that. Look at that. So you can see all those bubbles. This is looking good. Nice. Alright, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this plastic funnel end in here, and I'm going to hold this demijohn below the desk. I'm going to suck on the siphon tube, and gravity is going to drag it downwards into this demijohn. So when you come back, I should have everything in this demijohn. Okay, so the messy part's been done. So as you can see here, we've got a lot of kind of sludge. And this is all, this is called the yeast cake. It's what's left over after the sugar's been eaten by the yeast. Now you want to try and keep as much of this as possible in the bucket and not in the demijohn. So this is it. You can either throw this in your garden or just discard it. It's of no use to us now anyway. So I'll put this to one side. And here we have the cider. So, I didn't really show you then, but in the first video, what's it called? We went to just over a gallon of apple juice before we added the cider. Now, it looks like I ran out of juice just before I got to the top here. Now, this should be fine. A demijohn is something like 4.75 litres of well, it can contain up to 4.75 litres of juice. So I usually only expect to get about 4 litres out of a demijohn because, again, some of that yeast cake is going to collect down here. In fact, it's already started. If you can pick that up, it might be a bit too dull. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I should get 4 litres of good cider, so that's what I expect. So this is good stuff. Right, so yeah, this is it. You now stick a label on the side. I've just made one earlier. This one is going to be a scrumpy cider because of the yeast that I used, and I did get a little taste of it when I was siphoning it out a moment ago, and this is tasting pretty good already, so I'm quite excited to see how this turns out. So all I've done is just on the date that it was brewed in the fermentation bucket, and also the date that it was demijohned. And then 5 to 6 weeks from when this is demijohned, I'm going to transfer all the juice out of this demijohn into bottles of some form anyway, either plastic or glass. So see how I feel. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you like the look of this cider. I'm going to add it to my collection now. Taking over the kitchen slightly, but I think they're good. They're like lava lamps. They're pretty cool. You can see already the secondary fermentation is taking place, so everything is working out great. So I look forward to drinking that soon. Alright, well thank you guys. Have a great day. Hope the weather's good where you are. Happy brewing, or whatever you're doing. I hope you have a great day. So thanks for tuning in, and see you all again soon. Bye.